65 U.S. service members died in combat under the Trump administration. And during the Biden-Harris administration, 16. As a combat veteran myself, I think it's fucking disgusting that we've gotten to the level where we're politicizing our honored dead like we're comparing golf scores. But if we're gonna do it, let's be fucking accurate about it. There is not a single year of the Trump administration where one of my brothers didn't die in combat. And yet, the Trump administration keeps pushing this lie there was an 18-month stretch of peace. They put it in an ad that they illegally took at Section 60 of Arlington, where he stood over the grave of a guy who died during that period and gave a shit-eating grin and a thumbs up. That guy's father has come out and said how disgusting this is. He keeps going on about those 13 who died in withdrawal. Conservatives are like, why isn't Biden saying their names? Why isn't Biden out saying those 13 names? Well, where are the 65? Where are the 65 who died under Trump? I've never heard him say any of them, only when he can attack Biden. And those 13 who died, they died because of a botched withdrawal set into motion by Donald Trump after he lost the election, after he released 5,000 Taliban prisoners, one of whom went on to lead the Afghanistan retakeover of the country. And then, after he did all that bullshit going around the Afghanistan government, blaming the government for those 5,000 troops that were released, he refused to give any security briefings to Biden, so it fucking tied his hands when he got into power. I'm so sick and tired of this pretend, oh, well, you know, Democrats do this too. Democrats, no, they've never done that. There is not you cannot show me a campaign ad from Section 60 of Arlington Cemetery taken by a staffer for a campaign video because someone tried to stop the Trump campaign and they shoved her out of the way and put out a press release that she had mental health issues that the U.S. Army had to follow up with their own press release saying, no, they did everything right. It's illegal to film campaign footage in Section 60 of Arlington Cemetery because that's our most honored dead. You know who did do it? John McCain. John McCain put out campaign footage from there, and then when he got called out on it, he fucking apologized and said there was no excuse because there used to be some smidge of morals in the Republican Party. Why wasn't Biden there for the wreath-laying ceremony of the 13 on that random day last week? Because he wasn't invited. Because the families didn't invite him. And it's unbelievably disgusting to me that people keep trying to, position Biden as a guy who doesn't care about the troops when his own fucking son served and then died from complications of war, and he goes to visit him like every Sunday. Not only that, but he created the PACT Act, which gave millions of veterans health care for the thing that killed his son. You know what Trump did? He took a bill written by John McCain and signed into law by Obama, and he gave it an extension and then removed the credit from John McCain, the POW. That POW that he insulted, by the way, because he prefers people who don't get captured. Oh, and last week when he did that grotesque thumbs up over the corpse of the fallen, yeah, he blamed the Gold Star families for that. Right after J.D. Vance said that it wasn't for a campaign ad, and then they released a campaign ad. 'Cause it's fucking clown shoes time. I'm so tired of this show where the 4-time draft dodger McBone Spurs is somehow the president of the troops, and the guy whose literal son died because of war is not? Which one of those families sacrificed more? There's not a single Trump who's ever laced up the boots. And the only time he ever cares about our honored dead is when he can use it to attack his political opponents. Because he called them losers and suckers, and when he went to see the ceremonies, he'd say, hey, I don't get it. What's in it for these guys? Why even do this? You end up dead. Which we know because he's repeated when he talks about how he wouldn't want to get the Medal of Honor because you got to get shot or die to get it. This dude does not understand sacrifice. He doesn't understand service. He doesn't understand anything except what benefits him. I'm just so sick and tired of the disgusting lies. He wasn't this anti-war president. He had 4 years to end Afghanistan, and he waited until the end of his campaign to push it off onto Biden. He literally ignores all the people who died under him that he stood over the graves of to make a campaign ad about how they didn't die. He's disgusting, his campaign's disgusting, and anybody trying to make this seem like a normal or regular part of American politics is just as disgusting. None of them care about the circumstances in which they died, except that it's a useful political attack. The people buried in that cemetery deserve better. Do fucking